guys. Sorry, this lighting is terrible, but I guess I could try to fix it. Guys, I am here today. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I have all of my people that entered my giveaway and I didn't cut their names up into strips. Let's try this again. I'm sorry, it's been a time. So it's my May wrap up at the end of August. I'm good at things. So first thing I'm gonna do is do my drawing of who entered to win a copy of the Nickel Boys. And then I will go over my books. I'll say what book is going to be my giveaway for this video. I'll do my book haul, then I'll do my bullet journal, and then I'll go over the movies that I watched, okay? So let's just lay out the basics. I'm not fancy enough to timestamp things and put in the description box, but you can tell based on things because I put pictures of stuff up. So, what I did want to mention that only one person asked for my copy of the Oliver Sacks book, which I'm not, I guess, super surprised by because I didn't really do a very good job selling it because it wasn't even like something that I really hated. It just was kind of boring. Shirley, baby, what a silly goose. Okay, so I've got all my papers. I feel so much pressure to pick. I don't know why. You know. Okay. So the winner is, oh my gosh, I swear I didn't rig it. Nicole, my friend Nicole. She won, yay! Nicole, if you're watching. Oh, I guess I have your address already. Is that too much information? I don't know. Okay, so Nicole, you won, yay. Very exciting. So now I'll go over my books. So I'm going to talk about them least favorites to most favorite. I feel like I have talked about almost every single one of these books because most of them are book 2 prize books. So least favorite book of the month of May, Woman is No Man by Etaf Rum. I really did not like this book at all. I thought it was very poorly written, YA garbage marketed to adults about women women should be able to empower themselves. Like, great, yes, we all got the memo. It's fine, okay? I just can't with this book anymore. I'm so happy that I don't have to look at it anymore. Next is Queenie by Candace Carty-Williams. This was just fine. Again, I talked about these books, I feel like in pretty decent depth already. So I will have a link. Why can I link and timestamp that, but I can't link and timestamp the other stuff? Because I'm lazy. Let's all be honest. Okay, so I will leave the time-stamped links for when I'm talking about these books if you want to hear me talk about them. I feel like I wasn't super nice about those 2 books. Next is, I guess, these 2. Just whatever. I just don't care. This one I did prefer over this one, and I don't remember if I mentioned it in my review of this book for the Book 2 prize, but I did. I'm like just sick of it like this, you know? Like, this woman is quite famous. She has written quite a few books, and she made a lot of money off of this book, and so then she like tries to make a sequel to it. It's just like, are you doing this just because you want more cash? Like, I just don't trust you. Which I guess I feel kind of bad about. Maybe she just like loved the character and people were requesting it and they're like, please give us more Olive, which I don't understand because, again, Olive is like 2 different people. I just don't care about her or anything. So anyways, this is what's happening right now. Then The Beekeeper of Aleppo by Christy Lefteri. Again, this is basically just my book 2 prize wrap up, which is why I'm not talking about these books. So I talked about this book already. I did like this book. The further removed I am from it, though, the less like it has stayed with me emotionally. But I did enjoy it while I read it. And then Red at the Bone by Jacqueline Woodson. Oh, so good. I'm really disappointed that this got knocked out. That's okay. I still got to read it, and I feel like the other people that I've seen read this book have really enjoyed it. I just feel like I look so terrible. I'm having a really couple rough weeks at work right now, so just forgive my appearance. And then my favorite book of the month was My Time Among the Whites by Janine Capo-Crusette, and oh, wow. I don't remember if I talked about this book on my channel or not, but basically Janine is the daughter of Cuban immigrants, and it's like her navigating life being non-white And like, I feel like there's something very specific about having like parents. I mean, I guess every single situation is specific. So it is nice reading this because her parents are immigrants, and so like they don't like understand the U.S. that well. And then she talks a lot about privilege, and I feel like I talked about this book already. If I didn't, I'm really sorry. But I can tell you that this book was stellar, and it might be my favorite book of the year. I've read a lot of really, really good books this year, so it's kind of hard to, put labels on things like that. But 100% would recommend this. She's brilliant. I feel I always get this joy when I read books by an author that expresses things that I feel inside of myself, but that I'm not smart enough. Smart's not maybe the right word, but I'm not endowed with the abilities to put into words so perfectly these feelings as like Janine is able to do. Or I'm trying to think of other. I mean, like Know My Name by Chanel Miller. Like there's certain. It's just like you just perfect. Okay, so good. So I'm really pleased with that. So my giveaway. Surprise, surprise. Oh, this is the book that I'm giving away. Hello, please. So if you would like to enter to win a copy of My Time Among the Whites by Janine Cavalcrusette, leave a message down below in my comments. It's so good, okay? And I'm trying to give you a free book, so just accept. I mean, don't accept it because you have to win, but please enter to win this book if you haven't read it yet because it's so good. So on that note, I'm giving away my trash also if you guys want it. So I am going to keep The Beekeeper of Aleppo for now. I don't know if it's going to stay on my shelves forever, but I'm not going to get rid of it quite yet. And I do have a friend that requested both of these books that does not have a booktube channel. So I'm going to give these to her. She has to borrow them, so if she gives them back, maybe I'll do a giveaway later. So that means that I'm giving away these 2 books also. Again, you're going to be getting my copy of these books that I have touched and read. I don't think that I marked anything in this. I'm just flipping through. I'm just reminded. But this book, I wrote a lot in the margins, and I wrote a lot of curse words in the margins. I'm trying to find a place where I did, but yeah. So exactly, yeah. I'm bleeping idiotic. Again, I tried to censor myself for this channel. I don't know why. Do you guys care? Would you care if I cursed? I feel like I'm starting to care less about things like that, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So yeah, again, this one is basically untouched. I don't think that I wrote in it at all, but this one, I don't think I highlighted anything, and everything is in pencil, so you can erase it if you want to, but I think it's funny because you can tell that I feel like the writing and the anger becomes more and more and more the further on in the book, because that's just how it was, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, if you want to win any of these books, you have to tell me in the comments below. For these 2 books, it's only for if you live in the United States, because shipping to other countries, I don't know, maybe it's not that bad, but I'm too lazy to find out right now. So please only enter to win these 2 books if you live in the United States. The other book is open for everyone because you'll be getting a brand shiny new copy just for you. Okay, so now the books that I bought. Do I seem a little manic to anyone else? I feel like I seem a little manic. So this book I actually didn't buy. Jake bought this book for his nonfiction writing course. It just was a book that he was required to read or requested to read, and it's what I talk about when I talk about running by Haruki Murakami, and this is translated by Philip Gabriel, and God, now I'm so far away. Hey guys, so I'm really upset because this is like these gross, shiny, horrible. Whoever redesigned these covers should rethink things a lot. Like the new Toni Morrison covers, those are beautiful, but these, I just hate shiny covers. So anyways, Jake had to get this, so this is a freebie for me. Whoop whoop. Then let's see, I got my indispensable subscription box, and I got Actress by Anne Enright. See, this, I just don't think I'm gonna like this book, to be honest with you guys, but I'll give it a go. Actress. Yeah, just nothing about this looks like anything that I have any interest in reading. That's funny, isn't it? And then The Voyage of the Morning Light, a novel by Marina Endicott. Again, just like, I mean, do you think that looks like something I would be interested in reading? Because I don't think it looks like something I'd be interested in reading. But I think these are both Canadian authors. Don't quote me on any of that. I feel like this, no, maybe not. Yeah, she lives in Alberta, Canada. I think I got excited when I got these because I think they're both. She's definitely a Canadian author. I don't know. I'm nervous. I don't think I'm gonna like them. So, anyways, then something that I purchased for myself, My Sister, the Serial Killer by Biscuits. Oyenkin Braithwaite. Oh, please forgive me. I should have looked it up. Baby. And I don't think that this was translated. But I will say that I bought this at an indie bookstore. I was kind of going through this thing, okay, guys, because again, we live in the United States, capitalist society. I'm an adult. I make money. I want to buy books. That's how I would like to spend my money, because I believe in the book community and the bookish world, and like that's just how I choose to spend my dollars. I do not buy handbags. I do not buy shoes. I do not buy this or that makeup. I don't buy any of that crap. I spend my money on books. And because of the coronavirus, I got really concerned. I feel like I've mentioned this on this channel already, but I want to be supporting local bookstores. And here I mostly have pals. I have been spending, oh my gosh, which reminds me that I bought books at Broadway Books and I haven't picked them up. That's embarrassing. Anyways, so I just kind of would like randomly do a search, like this state indie bookstores, and I would find stuff. I just don't trust her at all right now. So anyways, I bought books from this. I forget what they're called. I think it's Zanbros. But they sent this in the package, and I just think that's like so sweet. That kind of stuff really, really means a lot. And it's so funny because it's such like, look at what a small, tiny little thing, like how little you need to do to make someone feel like I just feel good about the fact that I gave these people my money, and I kind of want to give them more money. But Indie Bookstore Day is around the corner, and my money for Indie Bookstore Day is committed to Seattle. So, and I will be supporting Seattle bookstores on Indie Bookstore Day from my home on my computer. And then the last two are books that I don't know where I purchased them from. Maybe from bookshop.org. But I was trying to, this cat, she's so silly. I was trying to decide what I want to do next year for my reading challenge, or what I want to do. And it's so hard because I really like to kind of give myself these unreasonable tasks to do. And so what I wanted to do next year was only read books that are on the 1001 list, the 1001 books to read before you die list. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to start purchasing books from the list. I assume these are on that list because I purchased them. And specifically, I'm trying to buy ones that are translated so that I can hopefully mostly read translated books next year, because I have not been reading any translated things this year. So anyways, the first one that I have is The History of the Siege of Lisbon by Jose Saramago, and this is translated by Giovanni Pontiero. Something like that, from Portuguese, obviously. And yeah, I have no idea what this is about, but it was on that list, so I bought it. And then I also got Death in Rome. And again, all these shiny covers. For some reason, these upset me less than, I think because I just hate the design of that Murakami book too, but that's okay. So this is Death in Rome by Wolfgang Koopin. And this is translated by Michael Hoffman. I know nothing about this author. I've never heard of this person before, but it looks like I'm gonna like it. I don't know. Do you guys also judge books based on their covers? Because I do that so hard. All right, so my bullet journal, it's getting really fat because I put so many things inside nowadays that it's just like, oh boy, it's a chubby little bullet journal. I love it so much. So here's my May spread. You can see I gave up marking off the days because I think May is when the shit started to hit the fan. Like, it had been, but like it really was. So anyways, I tried to calm myself down at the beginning of May. Go with the flow. Look at this beautiful thing and this cute little cat sticker. I was trying really hard, and then it just didn't care. Oh, right. I forgot about that. That's so funny. So as you can see, I mostly only, these color coordinated. These are all, this color is BookTube prize books. I basically only read books for the BookTube prize in May. And I just didn't even read that much. What's wrong with me? I also try to do, did I talk about my habit tracker last time? Oh, you can see, look at how much I read the last 2 days. Trying to finish my BookTube prize books, which I did. So I tried doing the habit tracker like this instead of doing like the box, because like this you can see how you're doing on each individual thing. And as you can see, I stopped looking at it on the 12th. So again, I feel like that's, I guess I stopped crossing off dates on the 17th, so not quite the same. But yeah, in this month, in August, I wiped out the sign that said habit tracker because I didn't even do a thing for it. So, you know, that's the fun part of bullet journals, though, is that if you do something, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't. Plus, I have all these fun little washi tapes. Oh gosh, they just make everything great. And oh yeah, I like barely used any of this at all. So I just decided to put a bunch of stickers because again, why not? So I only did to-do lists for the 1st and the 21st. Oh, that's so funny. Wow. Anyways, and then I put a little fortune. A handful of patience is worth more than a bushel of brains. So I don't have any patience, so that's great. But yeah, it's just fun. Like, look at all these, look at how fun these stickers are. And then I put a little thank you card in here that I got from my boss. It was Nurses Week, so they give us like a little card and some stuff, which is really cute. And then, you know, just another very studious looking cat. And so that was the end of May. And then I will say, oh gosh, so fun. So for my book balance sheet, I did okay, which is great because I really did horribly in June. But in May, I had a -1 book and negative 368 pages. So I read more than entered into my house, which is really awesome because, again, I don't know if you can see behind me, but this is the stack that I bought in June, and these two are what I read in June. So it's not that great. I need to be more focused on reading my books. But June was a really difficult month, I think, for everyone. Okay, I had relatively compared to other people, I had a very easy June, but June was emotionally one of the worst months of my life. Okay, that might be an exaggeration, but not really. Anyways, we're not talking about June. We're talking about May. So those are all of the bookish things. Oh my god, I'm sorry. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about the movies that I watched in the month of May. And then I'm going to go, because this video is already way too long, per usual. And I might do a weekly update right after this. No, I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, where is my Letterboxd account? God, am I acting weird? I feel like I'm acting really weird. But it's too late because I'm not refilming this. All right, so if you don't follow me on Letterboxd, you should. My information is linked down below, along with my Goodreads and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. I'm not a huge Instagram poster. I do a lot of stories, though. Okay, so in the month of May, again, basically every single movie that I watched was for this little group that we've got going, that we do a movie marathon day. So, you know, that's multiple of these. So the first one was Made in Dagenham, and I will put pictures of everything here. And that is about like the women going on strike. I forget if it's I think it's a car. It's like Ford or I don't know. It's one of those big car names that had a shop in Dagenham in the UK, and so I I don't remember if the men were going on strike at all, but the women decided to go on strike and like had no support from the men. Surprise, surprise. And I just think it's really interesting because in No Visible Bruises, they talk about, I think that's the book that they talked about it in, where, um, you know, oh my gosh, my computer has fallen asleep because I have not been touching it for 20 minutes filming this video, where like men just like don't support women trying to get rights in the workforce, which is just insane. She's crazy. So, anyways, I gave that 3 stars. I thought it was good. It's just like not my type of movie, but it was enjoyable. And the next movie that we watched was Men in Black International, that has the beautiful Tessa Thompson. I think that's her name, right? Tessa Thompson. Yeah, she is so lovely. I mean, and it has Chris Hemsworth. You know, for eye candy alone. Okay, that movie was amazing. It was very fun, and the cute little guy. Oh my gosh, he was so cute. Who was that? Was that yeah, Kumail Nanjiani. So sweet and adorable. I thought that movie was exactly what it was supposed to be. It was perfect. 3.5 stars for that one. And then I watched, we as a group watched Train to Busan, which I gave 4.5 stars. You guys, if you haven't seen, and I'm going to link trailers to all of these movies down below so you can watch a trailer if you're interested. But Train to Busan is the most intense zombie movie that I have ever seen in my life. It is terrifying. These zombies run at speeds that are just bonkers. Also, the people that are on the train are assholes. It was so good. I honestly, if you're into horror at all, I would recommend watching it. I thought it was amazing. Then we watched Portrait of a Lady on Fire, which I gave 4 stars. I need to rewatch that one because, you know, you get kind of tired watching multiple movies in a day, and I feel like I wasn't giving it the proper attention that it deserves because it's so beautiful. Oh gosh, it's so lovely. Honest, oh, wow, it's so good. It is, you know, about a woman who, I believe, so I think it's like her sister was engaged to someone, but then the sister died, so now she has to kind of step into her sister's place and marry this guy. And so the mom is trying to get a portrait made of her to give to the fiance or something. And so she has this young woman come who is an artist, because it's like kind of on the sly, so that the girl doesn't know that she's being, or the woman doesn't know that she's being painted because she doesn't want to be. And then the two of them develop a relationship, and it's just like, it's so beautiful and so sweet, and it's just, I don't know, you get like this, it kind of reminds me of how I feel when I read, I'm trying, like almost like Murakami books, but not really, because that has a different vibe. But this is just like, I don't know, there's something about it, kind of like when I watch The Virgin Suicides, maybe a little bit, where it's beautiful, it's beautifully done, you know, but just the vibe is, it's like thick and warm, but also a little melancholic, you know. It's, that movie was beautiful. I need to rewatch it. So anyways, I give that 4. Then we watched The Lunchbox, which is also, it was so great. This is a man who starts getting a lunchbox, and so he like had been ordering a lunchbox. Basically, 2 guys that work at the same company, their lunchboxes get mixed, but one of them is single and the other one is married. So the married woman is making a lunchbox for the single guy on accident, and then her husband has no idea and is getting food from like some restaurant or something. And it's really, that one is also really sweet, and like you see the relationship kind of form between these 2 people. Nothing, I don't remember it being romantic. It's been a minute since I watched it, obviously, because I watched it in May. But yeah, so I don't think that anything like romantic formed between the 2 of them, but it's, you know, you're watching this like lonely man kind of like who has no one really start to kind of form a relationship with someone, even though not really. So I thought that was also really, really, really sweet. And I enjoyed that a lot. And then we watched The Death of Stalin, which I gave 3.5 star twos, and that was a weird time. I'm a huge fan of like movies that are very dark comedies. Like that is my favorite type of movie probably. But I don't even know if this was really that funny, or maybe it was and it just like went way over my head. I did think it was really good. I gave it 3.5 stars, but I think it was like a little bit too smart for me, and I didn't know all of the people because I don't know about that period of history very well. I was not a history person when I was in high school. I was a math person. So I need to, there's so much that I just like want to know and want to learn. So that is something that I will also definitely be revisiting in the future, maybe after having done a little bit of reading on that time period. Then Jake and I watched a movie called Southland Tales, which I gave 3.5 stars to, which was so weird. I'm just going to tell you guys who's in the movie, okay? The Rock, Justin Timberlake, let me see, Mandy Moore. There's so many people. Oh, here, I'll just click on this and then that will be easier. Oh my gosh, of course. Sean William Scott, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Will Sasso. Let's see, a bunch of people. Janine Garofalo's in it. Amy Poehler, Sherry O'Terry, Kevin Smith. Just so many people. And like I'm Zelda Rubinstein. Zelda, okay guys? I don't know if you remember Zelda, but she's this lady. You know who she is. She's that weird lady that's in Teen Witch, okay? Anyways, that movie was bonkers. I don't even know how to describe it. Please watch the trailer that I'm gonna put in my in my little box below, because that movie was so weird. Basically, The Rock. I just don't even know how to explain it. Everyone's like trying to get him, and it's like the military. It's basically the guy that made this is the guy that did Donnie Darko, so it's some like commentary on capitalism and the military, and that's all I can really say because I don't even really know what happened. But there's some weird stuff that happened in that movie, and I would recommend it. But it was very weird. Then Jake and I watched My Girl because he'd never seen My Girl. We're watching Veep right now, and the main lady that's in Veep, the chick from My Girl is in Veep. She plays like I don't remember. We haven't watched it in a minute. The like assistant person, the chief of staff or something. And so she's in My Girl, and Jake said that he's never even heard of the movie My Girl. So obviously we had to watch it. And of course, heartbreaking as usual. I forgot how sassy Vera is. I think her name is Vera. She is so precocious, so sassy. I just adore her. She's so lovely. Also, Jamie Lee Curtis and Dan Aykroyd are in it, which I totally forgot about because you just remember the two kids. So yeah, obviously that was a joy. And then we watched a movie called Surf Nazis Must Die because, again, we watch very bizarre movies over here in this household. I fell asleep during this one, to be honest, but it doesn't even matter that I fell asleep because I knew exactly what was going to happen. There's a bunch of surf Nazis. One of them kills a guy. I forget who it is. Like I think I don't think he's a postman, but they kill someone, and then I guess his grandma gets crazy and then takes revenge out on these surf Nazis. So it's so weird. Please, I'll leave the trailer below. You should watch it. It's so Jake and I don't know what. I don't know. Whatever. So that was my 30-minute video for this week. Sorry guys. I don't know why I talk so much. I mean, I know why, but you know. So remember to enter my giveaway if you're interested in winning any of those 3 books that I mentioned that I'm giving away. If you've read any of these things or watched any of these things and want to talk to me about it in the comments, please do. I've been pretty bad about responding in a timely fashion lately, I will be honest, but I am trying to get better. I don't know if you can notice, but I'm trying really hard to comment quicker, spend like a couple minutes each day like trying to catch up and stuff on that because I feel really bad because I love comments are way better than view count in my opinion. Like I would rather have 30 people watch and 30 people comment than all the other stuff. So, you know, I'm trying really hard, I promise. I hope everyone's okay. It's weird. Everything's weird. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go now.